People told this person to stop messing with you. They were warned. They were advised. They were given chance after chance to step back, to leave you alone, to respect your journey. And now, they're going through exactly what they thought they would never face. My beloved soul, listen to me very carefully. Do not skip this. Stay with me until the very end, because what I am about to unfold for you is not ordinary. This is not just a message. This is confirmation. This is revelation. This is the explanation for why things feel the way they do right now, and why what once felt confusing is about to make perfect sense. Take a breath. Center yourself for a moment. Because what you are about to hear will validate what your spirit has been whispering all along. There is someone in your story. Someone who could not resist interfering with your path. They poked where they had no right to poke. They tried to manipulate what was never theirs to control. They thought your life was a game, your peace was optional, and your destiny was flexible under their hands. But the truth is this: your life is protected territory. Your spirit is sacred ground. And the universe does not remain silent when sacred ground is trespassed. People around them saw this before they did. Friends, family members, co-workers, mentors, someone, somewhere, told them, stop messing with that person. Stop talking about them. Leave them alone. Don't play with their heart. Don't interfere with their path. They were warned. Not once. Not twice. But multiple times. And every time, instead of listening, they doubled down. Instead of backing away, they stepped closer. Instead of respecting your boundaries, they tried to test how far you could bend before you broke. But you didn't break. You bent. You hurt. You cried in silence. You questioned yourself. You questioned your worth. You questioned your intuition. Yet through all of this, your spirit did not shatter. Your heart did not become wicked. Your soul did not turn cold. You stayed soft, even when life was harsh. You stayed kind, even when others were cruel. You stayed honest, even when you were surrounded by lies. And because of that, beloved soul, the universe stepped in for you. Do not skip a word of what I'm about to say next. Because this is where the turning point begins. Right now, whether you see it or not, this person is going through a season that they cannot explain. They might not show it on social media. They might not admit it in conversations. They might still try to appear composed, successful, unbothered. But underneath the mask, their world is trembling. Plans that used to come together easily are falling apart. Connections that once felt solid are slipping. People they thought would always back them up are suddenly distant. The confidence they used to carry has turned into quiet fear. And here is the deepest part: what they tried to do to your inner world is now happening in their outer world. They tried to confuse you. Now they sit in confusion. They tried to block your blessings. Now their own opportunities feel blocked. They tried to make you doubt yourself. Now they doubt everything. They tried to play with your emotions. Now their own emotions are unstable, unpredictable, heavy. This is not revenge. This is not cruelty from the universe. This is balance. Stay with me. Do not skip. Because understanding this balance is exactly what will free you from regret, anger, and overthinking. When someone is told clearly, stop messing with that person, and they keep going anyway, it becomes no longer about ignorance. It becomes about ego. It becomes about control. It becomes about a refusal to respect spiritual boundaries. They thought, nothing will happen. It's not that serious. They'll get over it. They're not that important. But the universe knew who you were even when they didn't. Your spirit team, your guides, your ancestors, your God, whatever name you give to the higher power that loves you, already marked you as protected. So when they chose to interfere, they weren't just messing with you. They were pushing against a divine shield. This is why, my beloved soul, you have remained untouched in the ways that mattered most. Even when you felt wounded, you did not lose yourself. Even when you felt rejected, you were being redirected. Even when you felt abandoned, you were being positioned. All the while, they were digging a pit they thought you would fall into. Not realizing they were standing at the edge of it themselves. Listen closely. The season you are entering now is the season where you watch, calmly, quietly, without involvement, as everything they tried to build on manipulation begins to shake. Don't be surprised if you hear their name less and less in positive contexts. You hear stories of them feeling stressed, overwhelmed, lost, or misunderstood. You notice that people who used to defend them are now saying, I tried to warn them. You see their influence shrinking. You see their certainty dissolving. These are not random events. These are not coincidences. These are signs of alignment. Someone told them, stop meddling in that person's life. Don't speak on what you don't understand. Don't try to control how their path unfolds. But they felt untouchable. They believed their charm, their words, their manipulation, or their position would shield them from consequence. Now, consequences are visiting them in ways that cannot be blocked, negotiated, or ignored. Stay with me. Do not skip this part. Because what I'm going to say now is for your healing. You might feel a temptation to gloat. To think, good. They deserve it. You might feel that sting of satisfaction that comes when you see karma in motion. But, my beloved soul, this message is not here to feed your bitterness. It is here to release you from it. The same universe that defends you is the same universe that teaches them. You were not placed under protection so that you could stand and cheer while someone else learns their lessons. You were placed under protection so that you could move forward, lighter, wiser, and free. You are not their judge. You are not their punishment. You are not their downfall. You are their mirror. Your patience reflected their impatience. Your sincerity reflected their manipulation. Your compassion reflected their selfishness. Your growth reflected their stagnation. And now, as they are forced to face themselves, you are being guided to finally face your future. Stay till the end. Don't look away from these words. Because something huge is waiting for you. The understanding that you are finally free from the need to be understood by them, validated by them, or apologized to by them. There is a reason doors started closing for them at the exact time doors started cracking open for you. There is a reason opportunities they thought they were guaranteed began slipping at the same time you started seeing unexpected pathways appear. You might have thought, why did I lose them? Why did things fall apart? Why wasn't I enough? But that was never the question. The real question was always, what was I being saved from? What weight was I being released from? What storm was I removed from before it fully hit? The warnings they received were also quiet messages to you. Every red flag you saw was the universe whispering, pay attention. This is not aligned. You are not safe here. You may not have left when you first saw those warnings. You may have tried to fix things, to understand them, to give them more chances. But now, look at where you are, more aware. More selective. More intuitive. More grounded. That is not by accident. Their interference didn't destroy you. It trained you. It sharpened your discernment. It awakened your spiritual authority. They thought they were dragging you down. But in reality, they were the last test before a new chapter. Right now, they are going through what feels to them like a series of unfortunate events. Things not working out. Efforts leading nowhere. Conversations turning into arguments. Plans collapsing at the last minute. They might call it bad luck. They might say, nothing is going my way. But in truth, life is making them face what they refused to face when people told them to stop playing with you. They are meeting the pain of losing control. The discomfort of being misunderstood. The frustration of feeling blocked. The emptiness of realizing they pushed away someone who genuinely carried love, care, or good intentions for them. You are not responsible for their suffering. You are not the cause of their storm. You are simply the mirror that revealed what they didn't want to see in themselves. And because they smashed that mirror instead of learning from it, life is now holding up a bigger one. Don't skip. Stay with me. Because this is the part where your heart starts to feel lighter. You may notice that your own life has become quieter. Less chaotic conversations. Less overthinking at night. Less drama in your messages. Less of that feeling of walking on eggshells around someone. At first, this quiet may have felt lonely. You may have mistaken peace for emptiness. You may have thought, maybe I made the wrong decision. Maybe I should have tried harder. Maybe I should have stayed. But now, slowly, you are realizing, this quiet is not a void. It is a reset. It is your nervous system finally relaxing. It is your spirit finally breathing. It is your energy no longer being drained trying to decode someone else's chaos. The very person who tried to disturb your inner peace is now being held accountable by their own energy. While you, my beloved soul, are being invited into stability. This is the something huge that is arriving for you. A life where your peace is not constantly under attack. A life where your emotions are not a battlefield. A life where you are not constantly forced to prove your worth. Listen closely. You were never meant to chase those who cannot value you. You were never meant to keep begging for clarity from someone who thrives in confusion. You were never meant to argue with someone's ego trying to prove your heart. That chapter is closed. Not because you lost, but because you outgrew that level of vibration. They are now wrestling with the exact energy they used to bring into your space. Their own games no longer entertain them. Their own avoidance no longer protects them. Their own manipulation no longer benefits them. Life is saying to them, look at yourself. See what you have been doing. Feel what you made others feel. Understand what you refused to understand before. And to you, life is saying, breathe. You don't have to carry this anymore. You don't have to watch over your shoulder. You don't have to anticipate betrayal. Walk forward now. You are safe. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Because there is another layer of truth you need to hear. Many times, you asked, why didn't they listen when people told them to stop messing with me? Why didn't they stop when it was still small? Why did they push it to this point? The answer is simple, but also painful. They underestimated you. They underestimated your spirit. They underestimated your connection to the divine. They saw you as ordinary, replaceable, easy to manipulate. They thought, no one is watching. No one will care. I can get away with this. They didn't realize that every word spoken against you, every intention formed in secrecy, every action taken to disturb your peace was being recorded, energetically, spiritually. Now, that record is being read back to them in the language of consequences. They are not being punished, they are being shown. And once someone is shown, they cannot unsee it. Meanwhile, you are being shown something too. You are being shown that you were never crazy for feeling what you felt. You were never overreacting. You were never too sensitive. You were never asking for too much simply by requesting respect, honesty, or peace. You were simply in a place that was not aligned with who you truly are. Right now, your spirit is in a moment of transition. You are between what hurt you and what will heal you. Between who tried to break you and who will honor you. Between the chapter where you were underestimated and the chapter where you are deeply valued. The person who was warned to stop messing with you is now busy with their own lessons. That is no longer your classroom. You don't have to sit in the back row watching them learn. You don't have to sit in the front row waiting to be acknowledged. You have graduated from that. Your new classroom is peace. Your new subject is self-respect. Your new assignment is to build a life that reflects who you have become, not who they tried to reduce you to. So when you hear of their struggles, remember, it's not an invitation to return. It's not an invitation to fix. It's not an invitation to rescue. It is simply confirmation. you were right to walk away. You were right to set boundaries. You were right to protect your energy. Stay with me. Do not skip. Because your blessings are already moving in your direction, and you need to be emotionally ready to receive them. Something huge is waiting for you, a version of yourself who no longer doubts their own power. You are stepping into a season where your boundaries are firm and non-negotiable. A season where you attract people who see your worth without you having to scream it. A season where you don't explain your sensitivity, you honor it. A season where your intuition is your guide, not your enemy. The tests you went through with this person taught you how to recognize manipulation disguised as jokes or honesty. How to walk away from emotional games without guilt. How to distinguish between someone who is wounded and trying versus someone who is reckless and refusing to grow. How to trust the quiet voice inside you that says, "This does not feel right," even when everyone else is saying, "It's fine." These are spiritual skills. These are your new weapons, your new shields, your new tools. You are no longer the version of you that tolerated everything just to keep the peace. You are no longer the version of you that believed you had to suffer to prove your love. You are no longer the version of you that thought being chosen by the wrong person was better than standing alone. You are becoming the version of you that knows. Standing alone in truth is better than standing with many in illusion. They are learning through loss. You are learning through release. They are learning through confusion. You are learning through clarity. They are learning through resistance. You are learning through acceptance. Do not envy their process. Do not desire their attention. Do not go back to check if they change just because life is teaching them something. Your journey has already turned in a new direction. And in this direction, your soul is not a lesson for others, it is a blessing for you. Something else is coming, new connections built on mutual respect, not power games. Opportunities that reflect your true gifts, not your trauma responses. Spaces where your presence is valued, not tolerated. Conversations that energize you, not drain you. This is what you have been prepared for through all this pain. You are being aligned with what you actually deserve, not what you learned to settle for. Stay till the end. Do not let your mind wander away. You need to fully absorb this reality, the worst of that cycle is over. You may still have moments where memories surface. You may still dream about them. You may still feel that pull of curiosity. What are they doing? How are they coping? Are they thinking about me? That is normal. You are human. You cared. You invested. And your nervous system remembers. But here is your spiritual instruction in this moment. Do not return to old cycles out of nostalgia. Do not water old roots hoping for new fruit. Do not sacrifice your healing to save someone from the lessons they need to learn. You are not required to be cold. You are not required to be cruel. You are simply required to protect your peace. Send them silent compassion, if you choose. Release them in your heart. Acknowledge that they are on their path and you are on yours. And then, Turn your face fully toward your own future. Feel the shift. The emotional weight that used to sit on your chest when you thought about them is slowly lifting. The anxiety you used to feel waiting for their messages or reactions is fading. The constant second-guessing of yourself is dissolving. In its place, something new is arriving: steady confidence, calm certainty, gentle self-trust. You do not need them to see your worth anymore. You see it. You feel it. You are beginning to act from it. The universe is not only protecting you from people who mess with you. The universe is training you to stop messing with yourself, too. To stop betraying your own needs. To stop ignoring your own feelings. To stop giving passes to behavior that clearly harms your spirit. This is the true blessing behind all of this: you are becoming loyal to yourself. My beloved soul, remember this deeply. When people were telling them, stop messing with you, they were also, in a quieter way, telling you, stop allowing this. You did the best you knew how at the time. You loved from the level of awareness you had. You stayed from the level of hope you carried. You forgave from the level of compassion in your heart. There is no shame in that. There is only growth. Now, with new awareness, with new strength, with new clarity, you are making different choices. You are saying, I choose peace over chaos. I choose respect over attention. I choose truth over illusions. I choose myself over situations that belittle me. And as you choose this, the universe responds. You will begin to notice synchronicities, messages, songs, numbers, dreams, all confirming that you are on the right path now. All confirming that you are no longer required to carry the emotional weight of what they did or didn't do. Their season of interference is over. Your season of alignment is beginning. So what are they going through now? They are going through the realization that not everyone is replaceable. They are going through the discomfort of seeing that their usual tactics don't work anymore. They are going through relationship issues, work setbacks, emotional turbulence that keep leading them back to one core truth: I cannot keep living the way I did. That is their internal battle. That is between them and the universe, them and their own conscience. And what are you going through now? You are going through the rebirth of your self-worth. You are going through a clearing of your heart space. You are going through the release of burdens that were never yours. You are going through a spiritual upgrade. The contrast is sharp, but it is not cruel. It is justice. It is correction. It is redirection. Stay till the very end of this message, because these final truths are the ones your spirit has been asking for. 1. You are not cursed because of what they did. You are cleansed. What left your life was not your blessing, it was your blockage. 2. You are not behind in life because of the time you spent there. You are ahead in wisdom. You now carry emotional intelligence that cannot be taught in comfort. 3. You are not unlovable because they failed to love you properly. You are rare. And rare things are mishandled by those who are not prepared to receive them. 4. You are not responsible for the consequences they are facing now. That is between them and the energy they set in motion. 5. You are, however, responsible for what you do with your freedom now. You can either keep replaying the past, or you can use everything you learned to build a future that honors who you truly are. Beloved soul, something huge is waiting for you. A life where you wake up not bracing for emotional impact. A life where your days are not filled with silent anxieties and unspoken fears. A life where your love is given to those who can hold it with care. A life where your boundaries are not seen as a threat but as a sign of maturity. This is what you are walking into. As they go through their storm of realization, you are walking into your sunrise of restoration. Do not confuse their storm with yours. Do not sit under their clouds when your sky is clearing. Do not wait for their weather to change before you allow yourself to feel the warmth of your own new season. Their journey is their own. Yours is now calling you forward. Take this in, you are no longer the person they played with. You are no longer the person they underestimated. You are no longer the person who would ignore inner alarms just to keep someone close. You are wiser now. Stronger now. Softer in the right ways, tougher in the right places. The universe did not forget you. The universe protected you. Even in those moments where it felt like everything was falling apart, something higher was quietly holding you together. And now, as you step into this new chapter, remember, you don't need to seek revenge. You don't need to prove a point. You don't need to go back and show them who you are. Your evolution is your proof. Your peace is your victory. Your joy is your answer. They were told to stop messing with you. They ignored it. They are going through their lessons now. You were told to stop settling for less than you deserve. You listened. You are going through your elevation now. Let them learn. Let them face themselves. Let them walk their own path. And you, walk forward. Head high. Heart open. Spirit guarded. Mind clear. Because the universe is not just removing what hurts you, it is preparing to introduce what will heal you, honor you, and match you. Stay aligned. Stay grounded. Stay true to yourself. Your destiny is untouched. Your light is intact. Your story is still unfolding. And what is ahead of you is so much more beautiful than anything you left behind.